It feels like just yesterday I was sitting on the couch, PSP in hand, lost in a world of adventure. Now, I can relive those moments on my phone. It's like stepping back in time, but with even better graphics. In this video, I'm sharing the top 20 PSP games that will make you feel nostalgic and remind you of all the fun you had. Let's revisit these classic games together and see how they hold up in the modern world. I played Jackass, the game on my PSP a few years ago, and it was a unique experience. The game is basically a collection of mini-games inspired by the show stunts. You've got everything from skateboarding and BMXing to toilet papering houses and playing pranks. If you're a fan of the Jackass crew and enjoy mindless fun, this game might be worth checking out. Syphon Filter Logan's Shadow is pretty solid stealth action game. One of the things I liked most about the game was the character of Logan. He was a well-developed protagonist with a believable backstory. The game's graphics were decent for the time, and the level design was impressive. I think it's a solid title with a compelling story, enjoyable gameplay, and a well-developed protagonist. While it may not be the most groundbreaking game ever made, it's definitely worth checking out. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings brings the classic adventure to life. It's like stepping into the shoes of the iconic Indy himself. The puzzles are ingenious, demanding both logic and creativity. The combat mixes traditional brawling with the whip-cracking action that's signature to Indiana Jones. Traveling to different parts of the world, you'll uncover secrets and artifacts, each adding to the richness of the story. The game captures the spirit of adventure that Indiana Jones is known for, making you feel like a true explorer uncovering the mysteries of the past. Silent Hill: Shattered Memories stands as a pinnacle of psychological horror gaming. The game's most striking feature is its adaptability to your choices and playstyle, creating a uniquely personal horror experience for each player. The atmosphere is chilling, filled with a constant sense of dread and unease. The game masterfully blends puzzle solving with exploration, pushing you to uncover the dark secrets of Silent Hill. What sets it apart is how it plays with your mind, using your decisions against you, making you question every step. It's a game that isn't just about scares, it's an exploration into the depths of fear and the human psyche. In SOCOM 3, you step into the role of a highly skilled Special Forces operative. The game is a deep dive into tactical warfare, requiring careful planning and quick thinking. The variety in missions is impressive, ranging from covert operations to intense combat scenarios. The game's realism is heightened by its attention to detail in military tactics and gear. It challenges you to think like a soldier, making strategic decisions that can change the outcome of each mission.
We gotta get to the other end of the beach!
I recently revisited Medal of Honor Heroes 2, and while it's a fun game with a strong historical setting, the gameplay is solid, with a good mix of shooting, stealth, and vehicle missions. However, the AI can be quite frustrating at times, especially in the stealth sections. The game's campaign is enjoyable, with a variety of missions set in different locations during World War II. Overall, Medal of Honor Heroes 2 is a decent shooter game that fans of the series might enjoy. I remember the first time I played Assassin's Creed Bloodlines on my PSP, and it was amazing times. Almost after 7 years I play it again. The game's graphics are still good for a PSP title, with vibrant colors and detailed environments. The gameplay is also solid, with fluid controls and satisfying combat. While it's fun to explore the city of Venice, the areas are relatively small and can feel repetitive after a while. I think it is still a good game worth playing.
The defense with this run. He showed good quick feet there. Oh!
FIFA 12 is a good football game that is definitely worth checking out. The gameplay is smooth and responsive, and the AI is generally pretty good. The graphics are decent for the time, and the player models look realistic enough. In my opinion, FIFA 12 not the best in the series, but it's definitely worth a shot if you're a fan of the sport.
They're on the attack, it's there.
I've played a lot of games in my life, but Manhunt 2 is definitely one of the most disturbing ones I've ever encountered. The gameplay is simple enough: sneak around, kill enemies, and avoid getting caught. But the level of violence is truly shocking. You can choose to kill your enemies in a variety of brutal ways. Manhunt 2 is a game that I can't recommend to everyone. The level of violence is extreme, and the game's themes are disturbing. However, if you're looking for a truly challenging and thought-provoking experience, Manhunt 2 is definitely worth checking out. Juice 2 is all about racing and cars. The graphics are okay for a PSP game, but nothing crazy. The cars felt good to drive, but the AI is a bit dumb. The customization options are cool. I played the career mode, but it was a bit grindy. The races were fun, but they got repetitive after a while. Overall, Juice 2 was a decent game, but it wasn't the best racing game I've played. I've always been a fan of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series, so when Project 8 came out, I was eager to try it. The game takes place in New York City, which is a great setting for a skateboarding game. The graphics are decent for the time, and the gameplay is solid. I think Tony Hawk's Project 8 is a good game. It's not the best in the series, but it's still a lot of fun to play.
Keep it going.
Toy Story 3 the video game follows the plot of the movie, so fans will enjoy seeing their favorite characters come to life. The voice acting is good, and the cutscenes are well done. The gameplay is mostly platforming, with some puzzle elements thrown in. I like the graphics and animations. If you're a fan of the movie and don't mind a relatively simple platformer, it's definitely worth checking out. Midnight Club 3 is a fun and exciting racing game that offers a great balance of arcade action and customization. I've spent countless hours racing through the streets of Los Angeles, Tokyo, and New York City in Midnight Club 3. This game was a blast to play, with its fast-paced arcade-style racing and good visuals. It's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a fast-paced and visually appealing racing experience. Kurohyou is a prequel to the popular Yakuza series. While it's not as well known as its sequels, it's still a solid game with its own unique charm. The game does a great job of introducing the characters and their motivations, making it easy to get invested in the story. The combat system is similar to the later Yakuza games, with a mix of brawling and quick-time events. While it's not as refined as the later games, it's still fun and satisfying. Test Drive Unlimited offered a unique open-world racing experience that was quite impressive for its time. The island of Oahu was beautifully rendered, and exploring its winding roads was a joy. The car selection was also solid, with a variety of vehicles to choose from, ranging from sports cars to SUVs. Test Drive Unlimited is a fun and engaging game that provided a satisfying racing experience. Final Fantasy Type 0 is a standout RPG that takes you on an emotional and epic journey. The story is rich and layered, with characters that have depth and evoke empathy. The combat system is a perfect blend of traditional RPG mechanics and real-time action, making battles both challenging and engaging. The game's world is vast and beautifully crafted, with each location teeming with stories and secrets. It's a game that not only entertains but also moves you with its narrative. God of War: Ghost of Sparta is a masterpiece action game. The graphics are still amazing, and the combat is incredibly satisfying. Kratos' chains feel powerful and satisfying to use, and the variety of enemies keeps things interesting. I especially like the exploration elements of the game, where you can discover hidden areas and secrets. Overall, Ghost of Sparta is a solid addition to the God of War series. If you're a fan of action games, I highly recommend giving it a try. Third Birthday brings a unique blend of action-packed gameplay and intriguing mystery. The game introduces a fascinating time travel element, adding complexity and depth to the storyline. You're constantly on your toes, engaging in intense combat that demands strategic thinking and careful weapon selection. What makes the game stand out is its narrative. It hooks you from the start and keeps you invested until the very end. The blend of action, mystery, and a time travel twist makes Third Birthday a memorable experience. Moving on, Obscure the Aftermath is a journey into terror. This game stands out with its deeply unsettling atmosphere and a story that keeps you on the edge of your seat. As you explore the dark, creepy world, the game constantly challenges you with puzzles and situations that test your bravery. The level of detail in each scene, combined with eerie sound effects, creates a hauntingly immersive experience. It's not just about scares, it's about immersing yourself in a horror story that feels all too real. Every corner and shadow holds a new challenge, making it a thrilling ride for anyone who loves a good scare. Gran Turismo is a fantastic racing game. The graphics, while not the most advanced by today's standards, are still impressive for a handheld console. One of the things I love about Gran Turismo is the sheer number of cars and tracks available. The gameplay is solid, the cars and tracks are well designed, and there's a huge amount of content to enjoy. If you're a fan of racing games, I highly recommend checking out Gran Turismo. Well, that's it for our top 20 PSP games that look incredible on mobile. Which ones are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. See you next time.